Rami Almeghari. He is reporting for us from the Gaza-strip. Rami, very little information, like I pointed out, emanating from Gaza ever since there's been indiscriminate bombing and the siege of Gaza by Israel. Can you apprise us of the ground situation?
The situation on the ground in Gaza is very terrible for the time being, as Israeli warplanes have massively targeted different and various multiple locations in the Gaza-strip, including residential buildings with buildings as high rises. The different high rises have been pounded to the ground for now, leaving many people outside in the streets because they are being homeless now. Residential buildings in different parts of the territory, like refugee camps, like what happened earlier today in the Shal refugee camp, when an Israeli raided a house, leaving behind or reclaiming the lives of 15 family members in the same house, and injury of many other neighbors, including the destruction of the house and partial destruction of the buildings nearby. The situation is being terrible in the sense that these attacks by Israel are the most intensive in the past 15 years, and it seems it is a declaration of war, as stated by the Israeli state officials, a state of war in Gaza, in which Israel yield no effort to inflict harm on every single object, every single human in Gaza. Everyone is getting vulnerable to an Israeli harm because of the intensity of Israeli airstrikes on the region since Saturday this week, actually. The electricity, sorry, let me just hint at the estimations by the health ministry that about 1,500 Palestinians, including hundreds of women and children, have been killed, and 6,000 others, almost 6,000 others have been injured due to the Israeli fire that has hit the coastal enclave, the tiny coastal enclave, for the 6th day in a row for the time being.
Rami, stay with me. I'm going to just once, play the latest visuals that are coming in. There's been a complete blockade where the Gaza-strip is concerned, indiscriminate bombing, and now a ground invasion is looming large. This video, heartbreaking, heartrending, of a young man taking the body of his 2-year-old son who's dead. I want to cut across back to Rami as these heartrending visuals continue to pour in. And yes, viewers, they're pouring in from either sides of the divide, Israel and Gaza. Till now, very little information was emanating from the Gaza-strip after the siege by Israel. Little by little, videos pouring in, and this is what we're witnessing. I'm going to cut across back to Rami. Rami, the latest word coming in that the hospitals completely inundated, the medicines right now have run out, where there isn't even saline water to wash wounds. Can you, get us up to speed in terms of the humanitarian crisis unfolding in Gaza?
I want to refer here to the hospital situation, in Gaza. Officials within the health ministry surely suggest, and they suggest, that the health system in Gaza will likely collapse in the upcoming days. One of the health officials told me, literally told me, that what they used to use in one day, in 1 month, they use it now for 1 day. I mean the supplies, the medical supplies, the essential equipment, the essential medicines, and other medical items, because of the intensity of the strikes and the capacity of the hospitals in Gaza is not that able to deal with the high amount or great amount of casualties coming over to hospitals like Al-Shifa Hospital, the key Shifa Hospital in Gaza City. There are about 17 government-run clinics and hospitals in Gaza with only 2,000 beds. But with a great amount of injuries and casualties, these capacities will not be that helpful in the upcoming days.
Rami, thank you for joining us. I hope you're safe. I hope your family is safe. We're going to continue to connect with you for the latest information that's coming in. I just want to quickly shift into the latest news break that's just filtering in as I speak. There's been a big escalation in the Israel-Hamas war. Israel has opened up another front. We are given to understand Syria has claimed Israel strikes in Syrian territory. Syria claims a barrage of strikes on Damascus and Aleppo airport. An official statement by Syria states the Israeli enemy simultaneously carried out an air aggression with bursts of missiles targeting the international airports of Aleppo and Damascus, which led to damage to the two airports' landing strips and them being out of service. I want to immediately connect to my colleague Geeta Mohan, our Foreign Affairs editor, joining us live. Geeta, would you get us up to speed with this latest news break? In this effect, now Israel is practically fighting on three fronts. Hamas in Gaza, you have the south of Lebanon, and now, as per Syria, they've opened a front in Syria as well.
Well, that's right. If you look at the region, leaving out Damascus, the Aleppo region is an area that has had fighters that are fighting Assad, but also known to be very close to Hamas. So in order to ensure that all the Hamas leadership, if they're fleeing or if they're already in these areas, that they should be targeted. This also pretty clearly is coming from intelligence that they're gathering on the whereabouts of Hamas and their leadership, and that's why they're opening up these fronts. Hezbollah has already said that they're not involved in this fight, particularly at this point in time, at this juncture, but the Lebanon front is already open, and now, as has been reported, the Damascus airport is also Aleppo. Being bombed by Israel is a retaliation, a reaction to the intelligence that they're gathering on where all Hamas is, or where all could Hamas be connected to various other groups. And in that effort to take out Hamas, I suppose the military efforts are ongoing between Israel and all the other fronts that Israel has opened up. This is going to get rather serious, because we are looking at a point where the Western allies have landed in Israel. They're looking at what is happening in Israel. Their munitions, weapon systems have also landed in Israel. So it's a coordinated effort, a lot of intelligence gathering between Israel and its Western allies as well. But Israel, despite these attacks, Preeti, one cannot say that their intelligence agencies do not know what is happening in their territory and around their territory. So a lot of intelligence gathering, and yet another front has been opened up by Israel after Lebanon. We're now looking at Syria too.